If espresso machines feel like rocket ships, a moka pot is the sleek vintage sports car that gets you there fast, simple, and delicious. Today, I'm ranking the 5 best stainless steel moka pots, and the winner might surprise you. And yes, I'll be honest, the first 2 on this list have some downsides, but stick with me, because the top 2, they're kind of special. Let's jump right in. 5. Primula PES-3306. On paper, this one checks a lot of boxes. Stainless steel construction, stovetop friendly, and a straightforward build that doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. The first brew gave me that classic mocha aroma, deep, nutty, and slightly bittersweet. Heat-up time was quick on a medium flame, and if the grinder is dialed to a medium fine, it delivers a concentrated crema-kissed shot that works beautifully for Americanos or small cappuccinos. But here's where the reality kicks in. The fit and finish feel a little, entry level. The threading on the midsection can be a bit scratchy, so you really want to align it carefully to avoid cross-threading. The gasket seal also needed a firmer hand tightening than I'd like. Otherwise, a thin line of steam escaped during brewing. It's not a deal breaker, but it does mean the learning curve is steeper compared to others on this list. Now, about flavor. When everything is seated perfectly and the grind is right, the PES-3306 pulls a strong, pleasantly intense cup. But it can be unforgiving. Go a hair too fine and the bitterness creeps in fast. Too coarse and it leans thin. I found the sweet spot narrower than I prefer, which makes it less friendly for beginners. Still, once dialed in, it has that old-school mocha vibe, bold, slightly chocolatey, with a lingering edge that cuts through milk. Cleaning is straightforward, since it's stainless steel, but the interior finish can hold onto oils if not rinsed immediately after brewing. I recommend a quick swirl of hot water right after pouring to keep it tasting clean. 4. Primula TPA-3609. The Primula TPA-3609 steps in with a slightly different personality. It heats up fast, like noticeably fast, so the first thing I did after a couple runs was turn the flame down earlier than usual. That quicker pressure build can be great if mornings are rushed, and it does deliver a punchy, aromatic brew with a nice toasted almond note when the grind is on point. Well, the quirks are real here too. The spout angle can dribble a bit if pouring too slowly, and the lid hinge on my unit had a touch of side-to-side play. Not catastrophic, but you feel the difference between this and premium builds. Also, the base-to-top alignment sometimes needs an extra half turn to fully seal. If not, you'll hear a faint hiss during extraction. Again, not dramatic, but it does affect consistency. In terms of flavor, the TPA-3609 trends toward intensity. Think bold, slightly smoky, with a hint of dark cocoa. It's fantastic for folks who like a no-nonsense espresso-forward profile. But if the heat is too high, it can drift into bitterness quicker than average. I found best results using a medium heat ramp, then lowering just as the first drops appear to keep the brew smooth and avoid scorching. For usability, the handle is okay, heat-resistant enough for gas, but on a wide burner, the side warmth creeps in. The stainless body cleans up easily, though the safety valve area can trap micro-residue. A soft brush once a week fixes that. 3. Zulay Espresso Cup Moka Pot. Number 3 is the Zulay Espresso Cup Moka Pot, and this is where the experience smooths out. The moment I picked it up, I noticed nicer machining on the threads and a firmer, more confidence-inspiring seal. On the stove, it climbs to pressure predictably, and there's a comfort in hearing that soft, steady gurgle. No hissing surprises, no wild spurts, just a clean extraction. Flavor-wise, the Zulay excels at balance. The cup is rich and velvety, with a rounded hazelnut profile and a whisper of caramel sweetness when the grind is slightly coarser than Turkish. It plays really well with medium and medium dark roasts, but I was impressed with how it handled a light roast too, still expressive, with more citrus than most moka pots allow. That told me the heat distribution in the chamber is well tuned, minimizing the harsh spike that can mute delicate notes. The ergonomics are thoughtful. The handle stays cool longer, and the spout pours in a clean stream, whether pouring fast or slow. Big plus for sharing shots into 2 demitasses evenly. Cleanup is also a breeze. The interior finish feels smoother, so oils don't cling as much, and a quick rinse gets it ready for the next round. If brewed back to back, it maintains consistency without weird temperature drift. Are there any drawbacks? I mean, sure. It doesn't feel as heirloom solid as the very top picks, and the gasket, while decent, will eventually want a replacement after a few months of daily use. Par for the course, really. 2. Bialetti 06800. At number 2, the Bialetti 06800. This is the classic mocha silhouette, and it has the pedigree to match. When the first brew rolled through the spout, I got that textbook mocha crema and a deep chocolate-forward aroma that made me smile. The consistency is its superpower. Brew after brew, it hits that same profile with only minor tweaks to grind and flame. In other words, it's forgiving, and that matters when mornings are foggy. The build quality shows up in the little things. The lid hinges with authority. The safety valve is perfectly placed for cleaning, and the threads glide together with a satisfying grip. Pouring is mess-free, and the handle design keeps fingers far enough from the hot body. Heat distribution is even, so it's less prone to spurting or channeling. And the best part? It's notable how well it preserves sweetness, especially with medium roasts, so the final cup tastes rounded and smooth rather than overly intense. In daily use, the 06800 plays nicely with different stoves. On gas, a medium-low flame is plenty. On electric, let it preheat gently, and on induction with an adapter plate, it still performs well. I found a slightly coarser than espresso grind works best, and filling the basket level without tamping ensures clean flow. It's the kind of mocha pot that helps build good habits because it rewards proper prep instantly. Any nitpicks? If pushed too hot, it will develop slight bitterness. No surprise there, but it gives plenty of warning as the gurgle intensifies. 1. Bialetti Venus. If the 06800 is the legend, the Venus is the modern classic, sleeker, fully stainless steel, and yes, induction capable without hacks. The first time I brewed with it, I noticed how quietly it came to pressure. The extraction felt controlled. The result? A cup that's silky, aromatic, and beautifully balanced with chocolate, toasted nuts, and a gentle floral lift when using fresher specialty beans. The Venus stands out in 3 ways. First, the build quality. The stainless body feels robust yet refined. The threading is smooth, and the seal is dependable without over-tightening. Second, the heat behavior. Stainless steel here works in its favor, taming hot spots while retaining enough warmth to complete extraction smoothly, so there's less risk of scorching. Third, the pour. Clean, precise, and no dribble whether emptying into one mug or splitting between cups. You know how some mocha pots kind of sputter at the end? The Venus finishes strong and clean. In everyday use, it becomes a ritual you actually look forward to. A level basket of medium fine grounds, water up to the safety valve, medium heat, and then that gentle, happy gurgle. If the flame is kept sensible, the cup comes out plush and sweet with a persistent crema-like foam. I found it especially kind to medium roasts and blends with Brazil or Colombia components. Smooth chocolate, caramel, and a touch of almond. With lighter roasts, it retains clarity better than most mocha pots, which tells me the temperature gradient during extraction is well managed. Outright. So that's the lineup. The Primula PES-3306 and TPA-3609 bring budget-friendly strong coffee with a few quirks to manage. The Zulay smooths out the experience with balanced cups and easy cleanup. The Bialetti 06800 is the timeless workhorse that makes great mocha coffee feel automatic. And the Bialetti Venus? That's the stainless steel star, modern, consistent, and a joy to use. If a mocha pot is joining the morning ritual, pick the one that matches the vibe. Quick and bold, balanced and forgiving, or polished and premium. Either way, fill, twist, and listen for that gurgle, because that's the sound of a great day starting.